And how can the emerging market leverage a block of crypto?
I think, as I said it there a minute ago, the emerging markets actually have the most opportunity at the moment. Now, on Hive, you can earn $100, $200 a post, but you need to have built a reputation and you need to have a following to get the likes. It's like growing on any other content platform. To get the likes, even on YouTube, you'll get 10 likes if you have 50 followers. But if you have 1 million followers, you're going to get 500,000 likes. Do you know, that sort of way? So it's kind of relative to growth. So for people starting off, the emerging markets really have the best opportunity because they don't need to earn as much as the Western society need to earn to make a good living.
True.
Now, in saying that, just because people from the Western market, $2 or $3 won't make a difference, that's more than they're going to earn on a Twitter post. So they're as well off posting on Web3 as they are on posting on Web2. If there's a content creator out there starting, they're as well off starting to build a community on Web2 on Web3 rather than on Web2. Right. But in terms of emerging markets, it's really, I think, being utilised an awful lot more in emerging markets. Like if we look at El Salvador, for example, El Salvador have legalised Bitcoin as proper tender, whereas the United States, it's about regulation, and the SEC are slapping down lawsuits on everybody left, right and centre. You can't do this, you can't do that, and they're pushing out the opportunity from them countries that these emerging markets are able to suck in, and eventually will have the monopoly in them, leaving behind the more developed countries, which I think is absolutely amazing, and it can lead to a big shift in the economies and the financial state around the world.
Interesting, Paula. And let's go back to your block of crypto and the courses that we provide for the learners. You would suggest that anyone who is curious about blockchain, crypto, NFTs or Web3 space and want to get started should go to a block of crypto web and start learning from there. But let's touch upon some of the courses or the content that the website and the project provides.
Yeah. So one of the courses that I have up there is a course on self-custody, and self-custody is pretty important when it comes to Web3 because there's a saying in Web3 and in crypto that not your keys, not your coins. So we had a huge incident only recently in the crypto sphere where a centralized exchange, FTX, went down, and all of the customers' funds were lost. Now, this was not a failure in blockchain. By any means was this not a failure in blockchain. This is back to traditional finance and how people do things in traditional finance. Now, your man that ran it was dodgy. Everything he was doing was illegal. Most traditional finances aren't doing so much illegal things, okay? So a bit of an exception to the rule. But in every single bear market so far, we've had central exchanges collapse and people lose their funds. So the FTX situation is not a new situation. So people need to learn how to manage their funds themselves. Now, in modern day society, we go to banks and we trust banks. But facts of the matter are, banks lend out your money to other people, and we've seen the bank collapse in 2008 where a lot of people lost their money on bank collapse, and we've seen it again now happen this year. It started to happen in the financial sector. There's a couple of banks in America going down. We had Credit Suisse in a bit of trouble, and you know, there's a chance that we could have another banking crisis. So what do people do with their cash when we have a situation like that? Can you trust the banks? People are taking cash out. People are keeping cash under their bed again, under their pillow again. That's self-custody. So in cryptocurrency there's a way, and in Web3 there's a way to take self-custody of your assets. But it can be scary because it involves wallets, it involves seed phrases, it involves these cryptic keys that are ridiculously long that nobody understands them. So we have a course there on self-custody. Obviously the course is totally free for anybody to do, and it just explains the basics of how to take custody of your digital assets, your cryptocurrency and your NFTs.
I'll do that in the next few days because that's the course and going through the right structure is needed, and I haven't yet looked into this space like seriously to know what the right process should be Oh, that's good to know, Paula, and most of us should definitely go through that course. Self-custody. Lovely.
And then we have another free course there as well, which is Navigating Web3.
Okay.
And it just teaches the basics of actually moving around Web3. It gives you some theory, a little bit of theory on what blockchain is, why it's important, and then it talks about the major concepts in blockchain like DeFi, decentralized finance, NFTs, and it shows you how to actually use them. Decentralized finance is very, very popular. It allows people to earn a yield on their cryptocurrency, just like if you save in a bank. Well, not really at the moment, but you used to earn interest when you put money into your bank. You can earn an interest when you put your money into decentralized finance. So a lot of people want to know how they can earn a yield. So it breaks down the basics of what decentralized finance is, and it shows you how to use it in a really simple, easy to use way. Again, it shows you how to buy cryptocurrency. So it's really, really basic for people, how to buy it, how to move it from a central exchange over to a blockchain, how to use a swap, how to buy an NFT, the purpose of NFTs, and it talks a little bit then about the metaverse and the future and where things could be going as well. So it's a really good onboarding course for people that just want to figure it out and go through the steps with a little bit of guidance.
Right, Paula, and also a lot of people in my own circle ask me a couple of times the same question, that there are so many different aspects here. There are NFTs, the currencies, blockchain, and so much is going on in this space, and so many different verticals. And how does it all come together? So I think to understand that, navigating through Web3 is another very significant course.
Yeah,
great. Yeah, so that's another one, because this is everyone, most of the people who are new to the space have this confusion that there is so much going on, and how will we start using a right product, or which brings everything together, and to understand that. So this course is another wonderful one that facilitates all that understanding. And I see that you also, currently you're running the meetups, and there is a platform available for users where they can go and take these courses. And the third is you also have a YouTube channel where people can listen to all the podcasts.
So the YouTube channel I actually started when I was doing Excel, and I carried it over and just kind of continued on and put content on it now about Web3 and blockchain and stuff. So the types of content I have up there, a lot of it is, I wouldn't call it time sensitive content. Like I'll talk about airdrops, but not airdrops that you need to do something immediately, airdrops that you need to. So an airdrop is where somebody can claim free tokens for a new blockchain that's coming out or carrying out particular activities. So again, it's another way to earn. I'll explain other things that are going on in the market, why they're happening. So it's kind of really keeps things more up to date and flowing for after you've kind of taken the courses.
So another question on the block of crypto, right? So at the moment, how many learners are there who are available courses, who are taking the courses, or is the project growing now? What are the future plans?
Yeah, so there's over 2,000 people now that have taken the free courses, which is quite good, because they're only live about a year. Actually, they're not even fully live a year. They're only live since around September, so that's not too bad. We also then have some paid courses as well. So the free courses are self-paced, that they're all pre-recorded and you do them online, and there is a question section where you can ask questions and still get support from myself and the instructors. But then we also run more cohort-based training, where we have a live class every week. There's a study group every week, and it's an awful lot more detailed. We call them more expert tracks. So you kind of want to cover the basics before you come into one of these courses. I definitely believe the basic onboarding should be free. Like, this is a new technology we want people to be using, and I just don't see why people should have to pay for it. But if they want to become an expert, we do have paid courses that take them that little bit further. It gives them a more in-depth knowledge of the technicals behind it, how to analyse tokens for tokenomics and understanding the background of tokenomics and what's good and bad tokenomics design. And just for those that are more savvy and are looking to probably get involved or invest in projects and they don't know how to research how to invest in a project,
Right.
for that side of things. So it's not really about using, it's more about assessing projects and figuring out, well, what's going to be, because so many projects come in the blockchain space and go.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be investing in blockchain rather than just using it as a product, you need to know how to assess a project. So it goes through all that sort of stuff as well. So that's how we kind of monetize and how we grow. Now that side of things is actually quite slow at the moment, being honest with you.
Yeah.
Because there's a bear market in the crypto sphere at the moment, and we don't have that many new people coming on wanting to buy because the prices are going down.
Yeah.
But I know from experience, I've been here since 2016, that as soon as the bear market ends and the economy starts improving, that there will be such high demand. The last time we ran our expert track, we opened it up to 200 people and it was full within 24 hours.
Wow. Incredible.
So I'm not too concerned about the future of these expert tracks and that at the moment. So thankfully, because of the Solana funding, I'm able to continue with the free courses, and hopefully that'll get me through until the market kind of turns around and then we can start back up on the expert tracks. But we're not currently running an expert track because we just don't feel the demand is there enough at the moment.
Right, interesting, Paula. So I just wanted to say that whosoever be listening to our podcast, so first thing they will understand is the major use case behind transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3 and all the confidence and the community that, well, it's a community based, but the confidence that it gives on our resources, our content, and our on our own life. So that safety that comes with it, people will understand the use case of Web3. And second, I would say to our listeners that reach out to a block of crypto, reach out to Paula, and start taking those initial courses if you want to get started in Web3 space and blockchain and tokenization and various other aspects that a block of crypto covers, and see if some particular nation trusts you, and take it from there. And I think a block of crypto is a wonderful space to get started, where you can just start for free and explore the space and see if that interests. Is the name of your meetup is a block of crypto, or it's known at the moment?
No, the name of the meetups group at the moment is the Global Blockchain, Cryptocurrency and Web3 Meetups Group.
Interesting. And I would ask people, whoever is listening to our podcast from worldwide, from emerging markets and in the West, to follow the meetups on the Meetup app and join us one of the days.
We've actually expanded now, so we have a meetups group that runs in Dublin on Thursdays, we have one then in the UK on Tuesdays, and we've recently launched one in Canada as well that runs on Mondays.
So far.
Just if you are getting involved, the community is there. It's really a community space. It's actually one of the most helpful spaces that I've ever been in. Everybody wants to help each other.
True.
But it's also full of scams.
Yeah.
So I will just warn people that when they reach out to people for help, make sure you know who you're reaching out to for help and go through a trusted source.